can't describe a typical day because every day is so different. As soon as I look at my list, there's a kid in my office, and we start to talk. And then it's 7 o'clock, and I have to be out greeting students because I think that's really important that you greet them as they walk into their school. Good morning. You're on the baseball team?
Yeah.
I love it. Did you see me watching you last night? When I first started, I really believed that New Tech wasn't for every kid. And by the end of my first year, I thought, shame on us. Every kid needs to have this experience. These kids are getting a different experience that isn't all about test scores. It's not all about your data. Did you hit just for proficient, or did you bump yourselves up in any aspects of what you just did?
We shot for advanced.
You did?
Yeah.
Do you think you got it?
I think we did.
Maybe, yeah.
Our first year was our hardest year. You think that you're going to have that culture because they have laptops. It's such a beautiful place to learn. You have all these supportive teachers. How can you not buy into that? You really have to baby step kids through project-based learning. And we didn't support that the first year. We just assumed these kids were coming in and it was going to work. I don't know what we were thinking.
It was hard for me to adjust because I was used to all my life just do the paper, turn it in, get your points. I was so used to that, and it was a habit, you know?
And because we didn't support them, we couldn't start building our culture. And so they were dying. Yeah, it was more fun because they had a laptop. Yeah, they were doing really engaging activities, but when they had to sit down and do the meat of the project and the research and the writing, they couldn't. And then my teacher started to fall off because it was just that, what are we doing wrong? So let's talk a little bit about what that's going to look like. So we want to support American Studies teacher, 2 brand new teachers.
She's struggling with the scaffolding pieces for the writing.
So she's...
As far as new teachers and culture, I would say that's harder than students sometimes. Not only are they new to PBL, they're new teachers, first-year teachers. So to come into this and be surrounded by a lot of highly effective teachers who do a really good job, and then to feel like you don't do a good job, sometimes the insecurity comes in, and that's where that trust really needs to be built.
We really decided to come together as a unit every morning, bringing us together as a team. Okay, so that's our plan. Unless you hear differently from me, and for those people that aren't here, if you can just let them know. And it's really good for the students to see that as well, that we support each other. And what's happening with those morning meetings is now the kids are coming to be a part of it. You never stand up your principal. I mean, you look at the traditional model and it's like, here's the principal, here's the teachers, and here's the kids. Well, that's old. That's got to go away. You're all here. And if you want to get up here, you've got to work together and go together. 1, 2, 3. Family time! Family time has kind of evolved, and family time depended on kids' needs. So it was not teacher-based. It was, what do you need?
They decided they wanted to do an assembly around African American heritage. So we have 2 days allotted for that in different time periods where they're doing different activities that they planned. Not our idea, their idea. So those type of things build the culture. When the kids feel like they have a voice and they can see that we need a change and they bring it in, then it happens.
Get a microphone, this is exciting.
Ginger was at her breaking point our first year, October, that hard month. And she said, I'm going to go to Florida with a group of girlfriends. And I said, perfect.
I go to Florida annually every year with the girls I grew up with and went to college with. And we were shopping and I saw these keys. And they had like trust, courage, initiative, and all these different, words that inspire you. So I picked them up and I thought, what if we did little awards with keys on necklaces?
I was trying to be supportive, but in the back of my head, I'm like, oh, she's going to lose it when they kind of are like, this is a joke. And now it's the best part.
Passing of the keys.
The passing of the keys. My friend,
All right.
that's an excellent choice.
Good morning. All right, as you all know that I have the key of change, and this key is not a key to be changed lightly. All right, and I met this young lady this year. She's a new friend, and I heard that she used to be like really goofy, but she really is goofy still. But she is making a change in a way that inspires all the New Tech way. So I give my key to Miss Deamber Lee.
Those kids are always looking for those opportune times to kind of build that culture and notice somebody. And it's not always their friend. It's somebody they may not even know that well, but they noticed something that they did that was special.
I have the key of compassion, and being a new teacher that makes a lot of mistakes, this student never fails to have a kind word of encouragement for me. So I would like to give my key to Trey Keats.
That culture piece is so important, but you can't push rigor and content until you have that trust with your kids. And so we focus on that trust. We really build that with kids. Then we can give them that rigor. We can keep pushing and pushing and making it more of a struggle for them, because they know that when they start to fall, we're there to catch them.
When teachers care about me, it makes me feel like, okay, I gotta respect this person. I got to get my work done for them. Other than if I was in Wayne and not having that kind of relationship with my teachers.
If I see somebody sad, I'm gonna try to like help them now, because I used to be like, I don't care. And I got that from here because I came to school sad a couple of days and they was like, that's not gonna fly, not a new tech.
We can do it as a team, but I can't do it. So if you want to be a part of this and help us move forward, this is when we need you on our team, because it's all about you. I don't want to change the life of 100 kids a year, 400 kids total. I want to change the world.